us see now how we can create a virtual machine from the captured image, what we have already captured. So back to portal. Here we have the virtual image. This is the image which is already there. And pretty simple. Just click on create PM. Give here the name to the VM. See, now we are again providing all the user specific information. Rather everything. We are going to give everything now, including the networking information and stuff. We are also going to specify the size. We are just picking up the image from there. Rest of it, all information, compute resources, how much should be allocated, RAM should be how much, disk network capacity should be how much, all this, how many data disk will be decided on the size. So I can choose that. We are also going to provide networking information like which virtual network. See? So it is a frequently asked question. How can I migrate a virtual machine from one virtual network to another virtual network? Can I migrate or not first? You cannot go to an existing virtual machine and simply change the virtual network property. There is no such facility. From an existing virtual machine, you will have to create a either snapshot, which is going to be a specialized image, or you are going to create a generalized image. And once the image is there, you can use that image for creating a new virtual machine in the other network. Remember this. So all this information you will have to provide. New IP address, everything new, and then click on OK. That will create a virtual machine. Migrate the VHD file which is created, this image. Likewise, let it go on in the background. We don't have to wait for it. It will just finish, and what you'll have as output is a new virtual machine. That's it. And of course, once you know that there is a virtual machine with the operating system created, on top of it you can always attach additional data disks. Because this particular image has only the OS disk. It does not have any data disk. Now, I'm just walk through again. Last class we have seen in detail how a virtual machine can be created, and that time we have not chosen managed disk. We have taken disk from the storage. So suppose, let us say you have stored your image in the storage. Now you already have an image. Last class we have taken the image from the gallery and stored the VHT in storage. That's what we have seen in the last session. But now I already have an image in storage. So I don't want to go to the gallery. Instead want to use an image from the storage. I'm not talking about managed disk. In such kind of case, how to create a virtual machine? See, all the steps are repetition. Nothing is new except one line where I'll tell you to focus upon. First, virtual network we should get, or create a new one. It's your choice. Get the subnet, new IP address, new network interface card using the existing IP now. Then the information about the storage. Right, and this should be the same information as it was in the previous walkthrough which we created. We have created the image. That same thing you have to provide here. Existing virtual machine, only this information is changed. We want a new virtual machine. Get credentials, remote desktop username and password we captured here. We got the storage account reference. Now the main thing starts. Config for Azure operating system disk, the new name we are giving now, right? Add Azure RM virtual network, that is also fine. Now what has changed is this part. We are getting the path of the VHD from the existing storage account of ours. This is my custom storage account in which I have stored the generalized image. See, this is the procedure. We created a virtual machine, right? After we created, we generalized it. After we generalized, now we have the option A. We can go for managed image, managed disk, or we can go for a disk in storage. I have already shown you how you can use a managed disk and create a VM. This is completed. Now I am showing you how to take a disk from the storage and create a VM. That is the procedure I am showing you now. So we already have a VHD file created in the storage. I told you this is the command earlier. This command. So we already have a image stored in the storage account. So now I am going to get that path. System, Microsoft Compute, images, container, OS disk, the VHD. That path I am supposed to provide now as source image URL, and we are giving the option from image. Earlier, before, in the previous session when I created a virtual machine, I actually executed this command. Set Azure RM VM source image. And we gave publisher name, we gave Windows Server, SKUs. This is what we gave. Now this command is missing now. It is not going to be there. And instead we are going to have this command. Rest of the steps are all same. Nothing has changed. All the steps are same, except that instead of giving source image from the gallery, we are giving a source image from the from the storage account. That is the only difference. So I'm teaching you both the options, but you may not probably use this at all. In modern kind of environment, we always go for managed disk. That is more convenient. And that is more powerful. What is the advantage? We'll discuss that later when we are talking more about specifically virtual disks. But right now, this is how from an existing managed disk or from an existing disk in the storage account, a virtual machine can be created. Thank you.